guys, Resistance Chicks, January 11, 2017, segment 3. Leah, what's next?
Airport shooter converted to Islam, identified as a Sikh Hamad years before joining the army. Don't tell me that the Obama administration and the news media didn't know from day stinking one that this was an Islamic terrorist attack on U.S. soil. And they're still not calling it that. Alright? Fort Lauderdale airport shooter is a Muslim convert who years before joining the U.S. Army took on an Islamic name, a Sheikh Hamad, and downloaded terrorist propaganda and recorded Islamic religious music online.
So this was before he joined the U.S. Army. Let's be clear about that.
Public records. Dug up by the investigative news site of an award-winning California journalist. Public records. Can our government can get us, CIA can listen to our phones, can figure out public records that this was an Islamic terrorist attack. This reeks of Benghazi again. It was just because of that person who made a really bad anti-Muslim video, and that was why I'm sorry that there was the Benghazi attack. Liars, everyone's a liar. This is pertinent information that the Obama administration apparently wants to keep quiet, bringing up memories of the Benghazi cover-up in which the president and his cohorts knowingly lied to conceal that Islamic terrorists attacked the U.S. Special Mission in Libya. We get attacked all over the globe. It's horrible when our soldiers die, all right?
Yes. It's
even more horrible when the President of the United States looks us in the eye through the camera and lies to us and says this was not an Islamic terrorist attack, right?
And then when he gets caught in the lies, he comes back and says, well, that was the information I was given.
Liar.
Liar!
Information is slowly trickling out that links the Fort Lauderdale airport shooter to radical Islam, while the official story from authorities is that the gunman is mentally ill Hispanic Army veteran named Esteban Santiago that became unhinged after a tour to Iraq. Only one mainstream media outlet mentions the possibility of Santiago's jihadist identity, burying it in a piece about New York possibly being his initial target. A paragraph deep in the story mentions that investigators recovered Santiago's computer from a pawn shop, and the FBI is examining it to determine whether he created a jihadist identity for himself using the name Sheikh Hamad. The reset of the traditional mainstream media coverage promotes the government rhetoric that omits any ties to terrorism, even though an early photo surfaced of Santiago making an ISIS salute wearing a keffiyeh, a Palestinian or Arab scarf. So, the guy was a Mexican. He's off. He had the little sideburns. He had the scarf. We all saw the picture. You can watch my other videos. He's doing his little salute. If you don't know this little salute, Google it.
He's pointing to Jesus.
And then he's holla, whatever. Okay. Anyways, I could go on and on.
This is from judicialwatch.org if you want to look it up yourself.
Exactly. And they are just amazing. They've been hammering the Clinton Foundation. They've been doing the dirty work that the rest of us can't do without a lawyer and legal channels to get to the bottom of things.
Right.
So, the
agenda that is to make sure that nothing comes out as a terrorist attack, an Islamic terrorist attack, because any attack is to cause terror, is so in your face, it's ridiculous.
Especially in Europe. Especially in Germany. Now, they're starting to change their tune because people keep getting blown up or run over or something. But I just read another article where a girl was walking home in the wee early hours of the morning. I'm not going to, whatever. I don't think she'd be clubbing in the morning. But still, she calls her dad, says, I'm being followed. The dad finds her punched, laying on the ground, pulls this Muslim immigrant off of his daughter, and calls the police, and everybody's calling him a hero. But this is not a one-time incident thing.
Right.
There was another time where a group of, I believe, Germans saved a group of German girls, German males saved a group of German females. They were being attacked. the European countries, especially Sweden, they don't want to appear racist. So even their people in Sweden are trying to not say anything about the Muslim immigrants. I mean, you see the pictures. I don't have any up, but you can Google them. It's like when you look at the migrants, it's all young
And we've
Arab
said this before.
males coming in. They're not these little babies, these children and women fleeing these war-torn countries.
Do you remember the refugees when we were kids? There was a lot of refugees, and I can't even remember. I'm sorry, I was a kid at the time. I don't remember what all they were. I probably should know what it was, but there was a lot of refugees going on in the 90s, and we always saw them in their little encampments. And what did you see? You saw families with little children,
Right.
moms, dads, grandmas, and grandpas. And I remember seeing that as young as like 6 or 7 years old.
Right.
You always see families when it comes to refugees.
And they're
Why are we
usually-
saving
yeah.
the young men?
They're not refugees.
The young able-bodied men. Why aren't we saving the women and the children and the elderly?
Well, that will go into this video. I can go ahead and do that. Stay tuned to the next video. There's a woman who came out of Islam. Her mom is still a Muslim, and she will tell you, and she's telling us that there are, I think she says there's 5,000 jihadists just ready to, at a drop moment in America, just blow things up, kill people. She's like, we're letting people in. She was let in as a refugee.
You guys,
But she says it's not safe to be letting people in.
this is really happening.
Yeah.
And it is not okay. And one day you're going to wake up and that suicide bomber or that terror attack is going to be at your child's school or a government facility near where you live, and it is going to touch one of your loved ones.
Right.
And then it's not going to seem okay to you anymore.
Exactly.
All right, we'll be back.
I'm going to bring it up here.
I was cold, all alone. No place for home. Every day, so afraid. But you called my name.